Good day, Mike Fisher. We are here at the Star with the Dallas Cowboys for 105.3 The Fan. Thanks for hanging out with the Fish Report on YouTube, and thanks for subscribing and telling all your Cowboy Nation friends. Really good news, for the most part, coming out of the Cowboys' first workout back here in Frisco after going to Oxnard and then San Jose and then Honolulu and back. Fun travels, a fun grind, you might call it, for all of us. But now we're all here at the Star, and then the Tuesday workout inside, revealing in a number of ways. Let's start out with the really good news. One of them, unexpected, off the pup, is Tank Lawrence. And we knew this was going to happen eventually, but we didn't know it was going to happen the same day that Tyrone Crawford came off pup, both of them with their shoulder issues. Both of them worked out on Tuesday, and both of them, when the first team did a walkthrough, those were your two starting defensive ends. Not bad. Eventually, Robert Quinn will be a part of that mix. And then you cross your fingers on some other guys. But that's a good way to start this part of training camp back in Frisco, to have Tank Lawrence ready and have Tyrone Crawford ready as they amp up for week one in the regular season. Jason Garrett talked a little bit about ramping them up and whatnot, but I think we're here. And Tank told us that he was going to be ready for week one. We're well in advance of that now. That's great news. So your starting defensive line looked like Tank, Malik, Antoine, and Tyrone Crawford. You like to see that if you're a Cowboy fan. No practice on Tuesday for Amari. The team continues to tell me that he's week to week for the summer with the plantar fascia irritation. That is nothing more serious than that. Obviously, we'll monitor. Blake Jarwin, Dalton Schultz, those tight ends did not practice. And then no Tyron and no Zach Martin. And you can be as concerned as you want to be. It's a back for both of those guys. People say, those don't get better, but that doesn't mean they have to get worse. We will manage that for the rest of the summer. Tyron and Tank, and Tyron and Zach, and then we'll watch for the rest of the week as well. Byron Jones setback, and the Cowboys don't want to use that phrase. That sounds like a dangerous phrase, but the fact is, before training camp, when Byron Jones was working here with trainers, they were ecstatic with his progress. And it did not look like he was in danger of making week one at that stage. We went to training camp, and things didn't go as smoothly. So you want to call that a setback, or you want to just say things didn't go as smoothly. Garrett now saying on Tuesday, he said that he's back on track. But that's after being ahead of track. So then he fell behind track, and now maybe he's back on track. But I think you should be a little worried about the week one availability of Byron Jones and the hip, not coming off pup yet, as we understand it. Luckily, the Cowboys have talent and depth at cornerback, but he's the Pro Bowler, and he's the guy that you'd like to get healthy. He's the guy you'd like to have your number one corner. Sean Lee, the idea was he was going to tiptoe back into work. He did work with first-team snaps as the third linebacker, but still first-team snaps on Tuesday. He hasn't had a padded practice since Oxnard up until Tuesday. Again, I think there's another guy that you give him as many Romo Wednesdays off, even if it's on Thursday and Friday, as is necessary. A guy that wants to practice, a guy that wants to play, but mostly I just need him to play. Taron Christian is the fourth-string quarterback, but he also sometimes goes and fills in at wide receiver, goes and plays safety, and on Tuesday went and did some tight end stuff. This story really isn't about Taron Christian, though. He might be a Jamil Showers practice squad keeper just because he helps you get through a week of practice. This is about Mike White. The Cowboys coaching staff, I'm told, and we reported this on Monday, they're not out on Mike White, but they're down on him. So down and out, close, but definitely down. If they had to make a cut today, if they had to cut to 53 today, Mike White would not make the 53. And the Cowboys would be very much hanging out with just one backup quarterback in Cooper Rush behind Dak Prescott, and that one unproven as well, although Cooper Rush has been fine in these first two preseason games. Brett Maher on Tuesday, 6 for 6 on field goals. Are you relieved? Ezekiel Elliott continues his holdout as we speak here. Jason Garrett was asked how much time he would need to hit the ground running. The track record with Zeke is that he'll be fine. As much as Adam Schefter wants to carry his water regarding his weight's going to be fine. I don't need breathless reports saying he lost a pound or 2 pounds. I get it. Zeke will be fine. But Garrett did say, quote, I just think it's important for pro football players to be around pro football players. You train better. The bonding is there. All the good stuff that comes with that environment. Garrett said that he is in constant communication with Elliott. They talk all the time, text, whatever. And he said, hey, we love Zeke, which is all true. Of course, Jason Garrett would love Zeke even more if he'd get a contract extension and show up here in Frisco. Thank you for subscribing to our work and following our work. I am on Twitter and on Facebook at Fish Sports, and we will do this whenever we darn please, as long as you support what we do. And I really do appreciate that. In a short couple of weeks, I think we're getting to 1,000 followers, and really proud of that. Not a lot of fluff, not a lot of BS here, but we're inside the star, as we are every day, talking Cowboys and Mavericks and stuff with you, Mike Fisher, the Fish, out.